Is that my speech or yours? All right, that's mine. That's my speech. You know, one thing I have to say before I get started, to listen, anybody who has come in contact with Winona in her career will know that this is a major champion of the arts. I would not be standing here if it weren't for you. She has believed in so many people and championed so many people, and I'm just one. In music and in film, in writing, you are always looking at, you know, you were a kid. You know, you were an absolute kid, and you were championing other people. And it's an unbelievable thing that you've done for me and for so many people. I know it to be true. This is a woman who loves the arts, and you had every reason to not do it, and you did it. It's also incredibly humbling to be standing here after, I really wish I went first, and Oliver Stone, you went second, because I have a great deal of admiration for the way you've inspired everybody here and everybody in the film community. So I remember a couple years ago, I was sitting at like a table back over there, and Matt Damon was winning this exact prize. And I remember he spoke about the first time that he came to the Gotham Awards. And he said it was the year that Good Will Hunting came out. And I was here that year too. And I remember it vividly, A, because I love that movie, and B, because that was the second time that I was absolutely 100% convinced that I was completely washed up. Reality Bites was passé. The whole poster boy for Gen X thing was done. Nobody was interested in that anymore. And it was worse than it had been when I was a kid, because, you know, they wouldn't even let me audition. You know, my agent, who's here tonight, they'd call up and say, hey, you know, he really wants to go in for that. And they say, yeah, we know him, but we just want somebody else, you know, somebody new. And that was the second time I was washed up. The first time I was washed up, I was 14. And this is true. This is absolutely true. This is my experience of this life, okay? I was 14 years old. I'd gotten cast in Explorers. It was supposed to be a big deal. Joe Dante was directing. Thank you, yeah. It came out. It didn't even play a weekend. And I'm 14 years old, and I remember reading one particular notice that said, the only thing that's clear about this vague mess of a movie is that Ethan Hawke is not a movie star, and the American public has thoroughly rejected him, right? Okay, and I was 14, right? And I was like, all right, cool. Like, welcome to the arts, pal, all right? Welcome, all right? So the only thing, now that I've been riding the roller coaster for 30 years, or more than 30 years, I can say that the only thing I know for certain is that I will be washed up again very soon, all right? That is all that I know. I know that, and I know that it is very, very difficult to make anything beautiful. And everybody here knows that. And there's a kind of well-worn analogy of the sapling that grows into a tree, right? It requires the perfect, rich environment. It requires a tremendous amount of seen and unseen things to go right. And the same is true for making a work of art. And it's so, so important that this community here, what we're doing is we're planting a forest together. We're planting a forest of ideas that will open up the access to compassion, that will open up the depth of our vision, and they give us oxygen. Movies, an independent film, that is the church of my choice. And so it's absolutely 100% unnecessary to give me a prize for this. I love doing it. And I hope that the next time I'm washed up, that it won't be the last time, because there are so many people here, right here tonight, that I want to work with again, that I've already worked with, people that I love. And there's so many people here that I've never met that I would love to work with, because your life is dedicated to exactly the same thing that mine is. And I think all of us will say a special welcome to everybody who's here for the first time, right, Winona? All right, so Keep making movies. And thank you, Winona.